Good evening and welcome to the Nightly News, brought to you by St. Rose Television at the College of St. Rose. Today is March 18th, 2019. I'm David Meister.
And I'm Leanne DeMartino. Let's get into tonight's news. This week, we will be talking about new extended hours at the Counseling Center. The Student Events Board LGBTQ+ comedy group. Where were we? The Student Event Board's LGBTQ+ Comedy Night, the Human Library event, the Uniting for Climate Solutions Conference, English Department faculty works in progress, and the upcoming active shooter response training on campus.
The Counseling Center has announced limited extended hours on Wednesday evenings until 8 p.m. In addition to their regular schedule, which will otherwise remain the same, counseling is free and confidential for all full-time students, and the center is located at 441 Western Avenue.
On March 14th, the Student Events Board and Identity hosted a comedy night featuring the talents of Ashley Gavin and Samuel Morrison, who are both openly gay comedians. The opening performance for the evening was the on-campus improvisation group Creative Apes and had various raffles for those in attendance.
The Neil Hellman Library hosted their first annual Human Library event in partnership with the St. Rose Student Association on March 16th. The readers at the event checked out human books, people who volunteered to tell their life stories, for 30 minutes at a time. The first half was reserved for the story, and the second half was for questions and discussion. Librarian Kate Moss hopes to host the event again in the future.
The Climate Lobby Northeast Regional Uniting for Climate Solutions Conference is coming to Russell Sage College from March 29th through the 31st. The goal of the conference is to explore strategies for negotiating the political divide on this issue. Congressman Paul Tonko, the chairman of the House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee on Environment and Climate Change, will be in attendance.
On March 25th, the college, the Albany Fire Department, and the Albany Police Department will be conducting an active shooter training drill on campus. The activity will be taking place on the Madison Avenue side of campus and will last approximately 10 minutes. The college will notify the community when the drill has ended. Contact Steve Stella for any questions or concerns.
Now let's go to SRTV's meteorologist, Alan Hills, to tell us what to expect for weather for the rest of the week. Here's to you, Alan.
Thank you, Leanne. So we have a significantly warm week coming up here in upstate New York. And while it's not necessarily warm with a capital W, it is still a big improvement because of all the nasty winter weather we've been having. So right now it is 43 degrees with a low of 29, and it is partly cloudy. Tomorrow it's going to be 44 degrees and partly sunny with a low of 20. And then Wednesday it's going to be 48 degrees with a low of 46 and mostly sunny. And then Thursday it's going to rain, unfortunately. It's going to be at 48 degrees. It's almost going to get 50 up there. And it's going to be a low of 38. Going to be a little cold, so be sure to stay warm if you're out at night by chance. And then Friday it is going to be 46 degrees with a low of 28. And then Saturday the sun will be out again at 43 degrees with a low of 26. And then Sunday it's going to be mostly sunny at 56 degrees. And that's it for weather this week. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Alan. Let's get into this week in sports. A rather quiet week in St. Rose sports, but it did feature a historic moment for sophomore Colleen Quaglia of the women's swimming and diving team. She is the lone Golden Knight who qualified to compete last week in the Division II NCAA championships that were held in Indianapolis. In the 500-yard freestyle, she qualified with a time of 4 minutes and 56 seconds, which broke her own school record, and in the evening finals, she swam a slightly slower time of 4 minutes and 58 seconds. That finish gave Quaglia honorable All-American status at the tournament. Moving back home to Albany, the men's lacrosse team welcomed in the defending national champion Merrimack Warriors to town. However, the Golden Knights could not come away with the victory, falling 21-9. St. Rose's offense was powered once again by senior Carter Bedore, who scored 3 goals on the day. Behind him was sophomore John Laughlin with 2 goals. St. Rose was hanging with Merrimack, but the fourth quarter saw an offensive outburst by the Warriors, who outscored the Golden Knights 6-1. The loss drops St. Rose to 1-4 on the season, and they'll be back in action on Saturday on the road against the Bentley Falcons, and that's all for sports this week. And do you enjoy movies? Not sure what to watch? Take a look at this episode from SRTV's movie reviewer Alan Hills as he discusses the Psych movies.
Hi, I'm Alan Hills, and welcome to the College of St. Rose's Movie Review Show, A Night at the Movies, brought to you by the Campus Production Club, St. Rose Television. Let's cut to the chase. Big news has just come from USA Network that Psych the Movie 2 will finally be premiering on USA Network later this year. It's great that this announcement was finally made, since the first Psych movie, which premiered in December of 2017, 3 years after the original TV series concluded, has left all of us psychos wanting more. So I have a special guest with me right now to help me discuss what we hope to see in the sequel, as well as the greatness of the first movie and the greatness of the show in general. My special guest is a freshman here at St. Rose. He's a communications major with a concentration in film and new media, like most of us here at SRTV, including me. And he is a huge psycho, and he is very media savvy. It's not even funny. He is Lincoln Murphy, returning to the show for a second time. Hey, Lincoln, thank you so much for coming on the show again.
Hey, anytime.
I had you on my Incredibles 2 podcast last semester, and I just had you for my Radio St. Rose podcast for the Psych movies. Yeah, Cutting to the Chase. It's on YouTube. Check it out. But
link in the description down below.
Yeah, I know. What description?
Link in the description down below.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Shameless plug.
I know, yeah, no, I don't think it was even in there. I just had to put my plug in there. But yeah, aren't you excited about the announcement of Psych the Movie 2?
Oh my God, yes. And there's a bunch of things we need in 2. The 2 that are most important is we need Lassie, desperately.
Yes.
And we need Pierre Despereaux to show up, like, even for a split second. Even if it's like for a scene.
Pierre Despereaux was supposed to be in the first one, but ultimately he wasn't because they said they couldn't fit it in. And he's the one who spilled the beans.
I know.
The first movie at some kind of conference.
Yeah.
He said the words, "We're all reuniting in May to film some chaos." He spilled the beans before USA officially confirmed it. It's pretty crazy, but we need him again.
We do. We really do. We need to see him and Sean interact again.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Lincoln, thank you again for coming on for a second time. It's great to have you, my man.
Nice to be here.
Yeah. Once again, I'm Alan Hills, and this has been A Night at the Movies. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.
That's all we have for the nightly news this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Leanne DeMartino.
I'm David Meister.
And I'm Alan Hills.
For more information on any of our stories, take a look at the Chronicle, the St. Rose newspaper, both in print and online. See you next week.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Nightly News on Facebook Live. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe to our page.
Stay classy, Albany.